Okay, in the last video we looked at trying to gain an intuitive idea of how to differentiate trig functions. And now we're going to look at an example where we are differentiating something that is not as simple as just saying sine or cosine of x. Let's start with a relatively simple example and say that we're starting with sine of 3x. How would you go about doing that? Well, the idea here is that you are using the chain rule, just like we have been doing. So that means we need to make some kind of a u substitution. And this substitution is going to make it easier for us to differentiate in the long run. So for a moment, let's just say that we let u equal to 3x. That means that du dx is equal to just 3, right? Okay, fair enough. That means our function y is now a function of u, so that becomes sine u. Next, to apply the chain rule, we need to find the derivative dy by du. Well, differentiating sine with respect to u, we should know from the last time, differentiating sine just gives us cosine, right? So that means we get cosine u, which is the same as cosine. We defined u as 3x earlier, so that is the same as 3x. Over here, cosine 3x. Now we've got dy by du, we've got du by dx, so we use our our chain rule in much the same way as we have been doing. Dy by dx is the same as dy by du times du by dx. What is that going to be? Well, that's going to be dy by du over here. That's cosine 3x. Cosine 3x like that. Times, what was du by dx? Du by dx was 3, so times 3. So this whole thing at the end can be written just like this. That means dy dx is equal to 3 times cosine x, cosine of 3x. And we're done. Now, what I want you to try is to try this following example just by yourself. So here in this example, we're now asked to differentiate we've got an example of some function f of x equals to cosine of x squared. So what I want you to do is to have a go at trying to differentiate this part here just by yourselves for a moment, and we'll come back in just a minute. Okay, I hope you've paused the video and tried this by yourselves first. So, how to approach this? Well, surprise, surprise, we're going to be using the chain rule. We're going to let u equal to x squared. Well, if that's the case, then that means du dx is equal to 2x, right? Okay, cool. That means our function f, if we've made that substitution, now becomes a function of u. So that means we get cosine u. And if we find df du, that is going to be what? Well, we know that cosine x differentiates to negative sine x. So this whole business here will differentiate to negative sine u, just like that, which is the same as negative sine of x squared. And now we have all the pieces of the chain rule to put it together. So we've got dy, sorry, not dy, we've got df dx equals to what? Df by du, that's negative sine of x squared, times du dx, that's 2x, so times 2x, which is the same as negative 2x sine of x squared. And we're done.